Hey guys, Flower here, and I am bringing you another speed build. This is actually a tiny home, and I say actually because I have tried to build tiny homes so often, and I hardly ever can manage it because they just get too big. So I made sure to keep this a tiny home. I'm not sure exactly what level tiny home it is, but it is a one bedroom, one bath, tiny home. So it was a pretty simple build, real quick. As long as I kept it small because I was trying so hard to do a tiny build because I always try to make them bigger than they should be. Now, I did have a little bit of trouble with that roof in the front because I wasn't sure exactly how I wanted it. I did get the inspiration from this from I believe, a tiny home magazine. I'm not sure exactly if it was that or if it was just a regular magazine. Um, but yeah, now I always buy floor plan magazines, but I never actually use the floor plans in my builds. I just do them how I want to do them. I might use them a little bit, but basically I just make my own floor plans. I just use the inspiration of the house, the outside of the house as my build. So, I don't actually go like tile by tile floor plan. I just use it as like an inspiration. Of course, I did this house in blue. Apparently, blue is one of my favorite colors because I do a lot of my houses in blue. A lot of my rooms in blue. I know the rooms inside are not all blue. I think one may be purple, but I think the rest are blue. Um, so yeah, I had a lot of fun with this build, especially the size, trying to keep it tiny homeish. The inside, I did have a lot of trouble with the floor plan, and I did leave a lot of that in, where I'm just kind of shifting the floor plan a bit. I had a really specific idea in mind of how I wanted the floor plan, but I had a lot of trouble trying to execute that. So, as always, I do the house exterior, and then I do the garden area. This one I wanted to keep pretty simple. I used just the basic flowers, and then also I did what I call a garden box. Now, I put my garden box online. I put them in the gallery. I put them separately so you can download them separately. Um, but yeah, so I don't know how that works though to get the garden box out of the gallery, but whatever. I put a garden box in the gallery. You can, I don't know, save it as a room in your own. Yeah, it's saved as a room, so you should be able to place it just like a regular room. So here I am making the garden box. Um, I really like doing the garden boxes because a lot of houses do have little like boxes out in front of them. And also you can copy and paste and put them like pretty much anywhere. So this one again is just a basic, nothing special kind of garden box. With I think I put actual tile floor, the basement, I believe it's called in there. Basement flooring, I think it's the name of the floor thing is. There I am like trying to move the house and like failing miserably. So yeah, once I figured out how to move the house, I used the grid. I know a lot of people don't like using the grid, but I do use the grid to make everything kind of centered because I do have depth perception problems, so I have a lot of trouble trying to figure out how to place things when I'm doing houses. So there, I'm just adding a little bit of, to make it look more realistic with the dirt around there. And I actually put in a garbage can, the first thing, and a mailbox, which I always forget. But now, see, I just put it down to, I can't read that on my tiny little screen, but I moved it down to, it's probably just like a tiny home and not like a micro home or any of that stuff. But right here, I'm trying to, I see how I want to make this house, but I just can't quite figure out the wall spacing of how to get like those diagonal kind of walls in there. And I think I actually do get rid of the diagonals just because it's so hard to place anything in The Sims. But yeah, I put in all the windows, and I hope I put lights in there. I usually don't forget the lights, but because there were so many windows, it's like very lit up. But yeah, I really enjoyed making this house just because it was a real challenge for me. Because I'm used to building bigger houses, not like giant grand mansions or anything, but I'm used to building, you know, normal size house with large rooms and a lot of room to place things, because I try not to use move objects so that people on the gallery can download it without having to turn move objects on. It would have been so much easier with that on, but I didn't use it. So see, I have it that way, but I think that's kind of boring, and I wanted to have more of like a architectural feature in it. So I just move it out, make it almost key shaped, I guess. And I end up using it like that. I do put it back and forth about 15 times before I finally do decide to use it. But yeah, I like the way that came out, looking like the key shape down the middle. Now, it was a little difficult to place the rooms with all those the corners, but it worked out, I think. And technically the colors I use in here aren't quite blue. They're kind of the bluish green, which is kind of my thing, I guess. I tend to use that color in those counters a lot. But that wallpaper, or the I guess it is wallpaper, but the tiles, I did not know about those until I was doing the quarantine challenge. And I found them building, I think, the spooky house. And I just love this. So if you don't know what the quarantine house challenge is, there was a meme out and it said, which house would you live in? Or which house would you quarantine in? And they were like cartoon houses. So I went and remade all those houses in The Sims. All of them are on my page under like the quarantine house challenge speed build playlist. So, and they're all available for downloading on the gallery. And I believe every room in this house is available down on the gallery as well. And I don't remember if I actually playtested it or not in this video. I'm pretty sure I playtested it before I put it on the gallery, because I started doing that because I realized sometimes things didn't work quite well. Oh, and I did put lights in. Excellent. So I love those little nooks with the bookshelves in them. I think that's really neat, except I think I might, to fix up the bathroom, I do change one of those walls so the key is a little bit differently shaped. So, but yeah, I love how I fit everything in. We got a desk, a computer, we got the couch, we got, you know, a TV. We got your basics that you need for living in a house. And I love that rug. That rug is so beautiful. I love the color of it. It's the purple and that bluey greeny color that I love. And that painting, I have to put that painting in like every single one of my builds. And I thought the jazz pictures would look cool in there, but then I figured that it might be too much purple, because it's kind of like a soft purple, and that was very bright and papau purple. And you know, I wanted something more soft and yeah, soft to go with the room, because it's kind of like a soft lilac-y color. At least that's how it looks on my screen. I'm not sure, because a lot of people, when they're putting their speed builds up and they say something is one color, and then when I look, I'm like, it doesn't look like that color. But I know a lot of people use Reese shaders. Also, I don't use Reese shaders in my game. This is just basic sim shading, I guess. But I love the way I did this room, where the carpeting matches the folded down sheet in the bed, and the walls match the bedspread. I think that was really neat, the way I mixed that up a little. It's that bluey green again. So yeah, this is my little tiny home. I think all I have to do is the bathroom, and I might do a little bit in the backyard, but I am going to let you go now. I will let you enjoy the rest of this video in peace without my yapping, and I will talk to you later. If you like this video, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel to see more videos. And thanks for watching. Bye guys!